Hi everyone, I'm Ava and welcome back to Your Financial Journey. When it comes to your finances, keeping your money safe is just about as important as spending and investing it wisely. After all, nobody wants their hard-earned money to be stolen or accidentally transferred to someone else. Thankfully, brokerage companies and banks let you add extra layers of protection to keep your account secure. And one of the most effective ways to do so is through an authenticator app. I know some of you have seen this diamond nest egg video, where my mom walks through how to use an authenticator app for Fidelity, which keeps your money even safer there. And if you have your money with Schwab and want to keep it even safer there too, you can do so by setting up an authenticator app as well. However, you'll encounter a few differences. So in today's video, we'll be covering how to keep your money even safer at Schwab. And if you're confused about what an authenticator app is at all, don't worry, because we'll go through what an authenticator app is, how you can link your Schwab accounts to an authenticator app for even more protection, and some things you should consider when using an authenticator app. Let's get started. What an authenticator app is. An authenticator app is an app or desktop application that, authenticates a login attempt on a device or application to make sure that it's really you who's logging in and not somebody else trying to steal your money. The way it works is that when you try to log into your account, the authenticator app will generate a 6-digit number known as a one-time passcode or OTP. In principle, using an authenticator app is similar to other forms of two-factor authentication in which every time you try to log in, a code is sent to your email or phone that you'll need to enter in addition to filling out your username and password. That means that even if someone steals your username and password, they won't be able to access your account because they won't have the one-time passcode that's needed too. With its security code, an authenticator app provides two-factor authentication just like an OTP sent to you by email or text would, which adds an extra layer of security. And the authenticator app's security code will be different every time, because each one only remains valid for a set period of time, which is usually 30 to 60 seconds. Authenticator apps are a little different though. For one, authenticator apps are generally considered more secure. That's because two-factor authentication relies on sending an email or text message over the internet or a cellular network, which puts the code at risk, however small, of being intercepted and used to log into your account. An authenticator app, however, works by syncing in the background directly with whatever application or website you're using. That means they work even without an internet connection and eliminate the risk of the code being intercepted or redirected to someone else. For this reason, they're often used to protect sensitive information for email, banking, and social media accounts. But another difference is that authenticator apps are a bit more work to set up than other forms of two-factor authentication. You have to install them, synchronize them to your account, and always have the app ready when you want to log in, which can complicate account recovery if you lose your phone or access to that authenticator app. Still, once they're set up and available, they're easy to use, and you can often keep multiple accounts secure with just one app. To set up an authenticator app for an account or login, the application you're setting the authenticator up for will simply give you a QR code to scan or a security key that you can enter directly into the authenticator app. And there's a variety of authenticator apps you can choose from, like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, and Authy. Or I should say, there's usually a variety of authenticator apps to choose from. For Schwab, there's just one specific authenticator app that you need to use. And how exactly you can set it up is what we'll be covering in the next part of today's video. How you can link your Schwab accounts to an authenticator app for even more protection. Here we are on Schwab's login page. Enter your login ID and password, and if you don't want to have to type it in every time, select Remember Login ID. Then, click the Login button, which will take you to the Accounts page here. From here, click on the Profile icon in the top right corner, and from this pull-down menu, select Security Settings. That takes us to this Security Recommendations page. If Schwab has any suggestions on how you can make your account more secure, like setting up two-factor authentication, it will display those suggestions here, so be sure to check out this section. Schwab doesn't have any security recommendations for our account at this time, but since we want our account to be as secure as possible, let's go ahead and set up our Authenticator app for even more protection. That is the point of today's step-by-step tutorial, after all. Let's scroll down and select two-step verification. That should take us to this page. Select the second option, Always at Login, if you want to activate two-step verification for every time you try to log in. From here, we can see that Schwab gives you a few options. You can send a notification to your mobile device or receive a text message with a code every time you want to log in. But to use an Authenticator app, click on this last option here, Security Token, which is just another way of saying Authenticator app in this case. That opens up this page here, which explains how to set up the Authenticator app. Let's start off with step 1, which is downloading the app. As I already mentioned before, unlike Fidelity and some other platforms, Schwab doesn't let you choose which Authenticator app you want to use. Instead, it requires this specific Authenticator app, Symantec VIP. So now, let's switch to our mobile device to download it. On your phone, find the App Store icon, which will be the case for my iPhone, or the Google Play Store icon if you have an Android phone. Both will work very similarly. Open it up and click on the search option in the bottom right corner. In the search bar, we'll type in Symantec VIP, the name of the Authenticator app we're searching for. Hit enter and you should see a few apps pop up. Be careful, because the first app that shows up isn't always the one you're looking for. A lot of times, it's a sponsored app, meaning it's paid for this space at the top. You might have to scroll down a bit to find your intended app. In this case, we're looking for this icon down here, a black check mark over a yellow circle and white background with the text VIP Access for iPhone next to it. Let's click on the icon, which will take us to this page here. And yes, I wasn't too thrilled to see this 1.9 star rating either. But though clearly not everyone loves this app, I trust it's safe enough if it's the Authenticator app that Schwab uses. Click on this blue Get button to download the app. You should see this pop up, which is just a confirmation that you meant to press that button. And I did, so let's go ahead and click on this blue Install button too. After that, the app will start to be downloaded. And depending on how fast your phone is, it might take up to a few seconds, but you'll know the installation is complete once you see this Open button here. Select this Open button to open up Symantec VIP. Alternatively, you can also find the app's location on your phone and click on its icon. Whichever method you use, opening the app should take you to this page first. Here, Symantec VIP is asking whether you want to enable notifications on your device. I'll select Don't Allow, but feel free to click Allow and enable notifications if that's what you prefer. Next, we'll see a few pages explaining how to use the app. This first page simply provides an update on some of Symantec's features, and if we swipe right, we'll see this page, which explains that you can swipe right to approve a request rather than having to type in the 6-digit code provided. If we swipe right again, we'll see this information about how you can scan a QR code to easily connect Symantec to a website or account. And after another swipe, we'll see this information about migrating your credentials. Swipe right one more time to get to this last page, where we can finally click this Launch VIP Access button at the bottom of the screen to start using the app. That should take us to this page, which displays your credential ID and current security code. Your credential code, which you can see up here, will never change. It's what you enter into a website or application to connect it to this app. Your 6-digit security code, however, which you can see in larger text down here, will change every 30 seconds. Once you've connected an account or application to Symantec, you'll need to enter the security code displayed here every time you want to log in. Now that I've installed the Authenticator app on my phone, let's head back to Schwab's website. We'll complete step 2 next, which is connecting our Schwab account to our Authenticator app. To do so, let's click on this green Continue button down here. You should see this pop up next. And because I've just completed step 1, downloading the Symantec VIP app, I can now enter my unique credentials. In this box under Credential ID, enter the credential ID displayed in your Symantec VIP app. And in this box under Security Code, enter the 6-digit number currently being displayed under Security. Remember, it changes every 30 seconds, so try to type it in quickly, and then click this green Enroll button. And we're done. You should see this page confirming that you've successfully connected an Authenticator app to your Schwab account. Let's hit Close. And we're done, and the Authenticator app is activated and ready to use. If you ever change your mind about using Symantec for 2-step verification, you can always come back to this 2-step verification page under Security Settings and click this blue Edit button under Security Token. This pop-up will come up, and you can simply select this icon next to Use Security Code at Login to disable the Authenticator app. So that's how you can link your Schwab account to an Authenticator app to keep your money even more protected. However, there are some things you should be aware of when you use an Authenticator app such as Symantec VIP. And that's what we'll be covering next. Some things you should consider when using an Authenticator app. First, one Authenticator app can be used for multiple accounts. If you have other accounts that you want to make even safer, you can add them to the same app so that you'll get a security code when logging into those accounts too. But remember that if you ever lose access to your phone or Authenticator app, it'll make logging in a little tricky. You'll either have to use more traditional login methods like an email or text, or reinstall and set up the Authenticator app again. Next, we just walked you through how to set up the Symantec VIP app because it's the one Schwab uses. But most websites and applications don't have just one specific app they require. For other accounts, you can choose one of several Authenticator apps, be it Symantec VIP, Google Authenticator like my mom, or another one. If it's possible, it might make things easier to use just 1 or 2 Authenticator apps, so that you don't get confused about which app has the security code you need. Also note that each security code is only valid for a short period of time, usually 30 to 60 seconds. On Symantec VIP, this timer down here shows you how many seconds you have before the code will switch. And after that, the app will generate a new code. So if you don't type the security code and hit login in time, you might have to type out a new 6-digit number. One other important thing to remember is that while these Authenticator apps are great for keeping your accounts and money even more secure, unfortunately, the reality of the situation is that nothing online is ever 100% safe. Even with an Authenticator app, it's possible someone could hack into your account. Still, the more precautions you have in place, the lower the chances are of that happening. By adding extra security features, you can minimize the risk of your account, information, or money being stolen, which is the only thing any of us can really do to keep our things safer. Do you use an Authenticator app to keep your account safer? And if so, which one? Drop a comment below to let us know. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video or learned something new about Authenticator apps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.